Periodic tables, times tables, Shakespearean fables, all staples in our education system. But wait a minute, have we been fooled? How come financial education doesn't come up when we're schooled? I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. Those are the words of John D. Rockefeller, widely regarded as the richest American of all time. Yes, even richer than Jeff Bezos. Clearly, Rockefeller would far rather have a bunch of mindless workers to employ and manipulate than having intelligent entrepreneurs to compete against him. This mentality acted as the foundation for the current education system in America and indeed the globe, a system designed to condition students from a young age to sit down, shut up, do as they're told, and perform repetitive tasks for 8 hours per day. Well-rounded, intelligent citizens are difficult to control. The more intelligent you are, the more likely you will know what the real issues are, and that you are being fed, pardon the pun, a bunch of BS by a bunch of, shall we say, degenerate psychopaths. As Albert Einstein said, never confuse education with intelligence. Being highly educated oftentimes means being highly educatable. This is not to say that all education is brainwashing, of course, but people who excel in school do so because they are highly trainable and therefore more susceptible to influence. Add to this the cognitive blinders that come from being labelled as smart, i.e. believing that you are too intelligent to be fooled, and it's little wonder that academia has turned into an ideological, robotic production line.
Your behaviors, you don't realize it, but you are being programmed. It was unintentional, but now you got to decide how much you're willing to give up, how much of your intellectual independence. And don't think, oh yeah, not me, I'm fucking genius, I'm at Stanford. You're probably the most likely to fucking fall for it. Because you were fucking checkboxing your whole goddamn life. No offense, guys.
The aim of the education system is not to produce a well-rounded populace, but to reduce as many individuals as possible to the same safe level of awareness, to suppress originality, to discourage critical thinking and imagination. Then there is the dumbing down of an entire generation.
You and I come from a period where hip-hop had a purpose. It wasn't just a lifestyle. It wasn't, and it was a lifestyle, and it was a cultural phenomenon. But Public Enemy, KRS, all those guys. What's the health of hip-hop now? The music itself is healthy, but have we lost?
We've lost a lot of the attention.
People aren't mad anymore.
Yeah, well, the content has gone down.
At one time, cultural movements such as hip-hop were actually used to push positive messages to the youth, including the importance of financial independence and ownership. Now, not so much. As well as this, we have a whole generation addicted to the dopamine loops of social media, many of which are effectively state-run spying apps. Is this really appropriate for the progress of our civilization, particularly in the 21st century? In 1902, the General Education Board was created after John D. Rockefeller donated an initial $1 million, and he would later give over $180 million to fund the GEB. The GEB provided major funding for schools across America and was very influential in shaping the current education system. I close with a quote from Frederick Gates, Rockefeller's business advisor and a prominent member of the GEB. In our dream, we have limitless resources and the people yield themselves with perfect docility to our moulding hand. We shall not try to make these people or any of their children into philosophers or men of learning. We shall not search for embryo great artists, painters, musicians, nor lawyers, doctors, preachers, politicians, statesmen, of whom we have an ample supply. The task we set before ourselves is very simple as well as a very beautiful one, to train these people as we find them to a perfectly ideal life, just where they are.